I finally started an interview with the vampire. Watched the first 2 episodes.
Finally, she sent us a meme. I was like, girl, why she doing the thing where she sending us memes for shit she ain't see?
Yeah,
that is a trend with you.
It starts coming. I think the phones hear you, and so something comes up.
I mean, they definitely hear us.
They do. So they show up on my feed on Twitter, and I'll see memes, and I like them, and then
what
Twitter's
made you start it?
You guys?
Well, I mean,
nice.
I've been telling you I was gonna watch it.
Well, you say that about a lot of things, so we don't know if you sometimes gonna actually. You started pretty quickly. Normally, this is something maybe because it's October you started. I don't know.
I wanted to watch it. I've been wanting to watch it for a while. So then,
how was your first impression? Since you watched, you said 2, right?
Yes, I watched the
That's
first
a good
2
chunk.
episodes.
A lot happens.
Yeah, it was the whole intro of how he turns into a vampire, all that stuff. Very cool to see the before and after, like you were saying, the comparison. So it's very much him, showing his 1910s era versus like what's happening now. And I totally forgot. I know you guys said it's like has to do with stuff that happens now, but I forgot that it takes place like during the pandemic. So it was interesting to see like, hey, yeah, the mortality and all that stuff.
It kind of hit you. It was like, oh, this feels surreal. This feels like this is our world.
I was like, wow, okay, so they dealing with a lot. Also, I thought it was very interesting that like one of the main character's brother, like it also like shows like, oh, he's autistic and how they had to deal with that in the past and like what they thought of him.
Like,
it's just strange.
His birds in his head, like that kind of stuff. So
he was aware, boy. He was aware.
He was
He was clocking all the tea in that shit.
Like, you're a weird dude.
Yeah,
he said, I don't trust him. I don't trust that man, Lestat.
That's not your mom. That'll never be your mom, scientifically.
Yo, that was crazy. Yeah, he told people straight up stuff, and I was like, oh, okay.
And he rocked Louis when they fought in the street. He didn't care.
God,
he saw his brother, rocked him.
Oh my God. So he's very straight up. So I thought it was a very good representation of like, what it was like back then to have to deal with that kind of stuff as like a, your family member, you're dealing with mental issues, you don't really know how to deal with them, but you love them. How other people perceive them, all that kinds of stuff. And then like the second they went on the roof, I was like, suspicious. Yeah. And then he started like walking. I was like, oh no. So
he's cooked, chat.
I was like, I knew it. I knew exactly what he was gonna do before that. Yeah. But that was very cool. Super. I already knew the relationship between Lestat and Louis was gonna be so. I already knew it was gonna be toxic going in.
I mean, we didn't say too much, but we definitely like later was like, yo, it's messy.
No, exactly. No, I knew it was messy, but I've been seeing comments online like, yo, toxic Yowie right here. Yowie. Let's go. But it's like actually. Yeah.
It's actually.
No, actually.
You don't have to imagine anything.
No, they are very toxic. Like truly like gets his victim, makes him rely on him, all the kind of shit.
So what do you think of Louis so far as a character?
Very cool. Like he says, he's like he had to like difference between separating his humanity and dealing with the emotions of like so much grief all at the same time, having to be taken apart and having all these emotions like forced to be run through, just like Lestat really just like handpicked him and made him so vulnerable in so many different ways all at once. So it was interesting to see how he like handled it. He was like, I wasn't sure of myself. I slept with a man. That was also like, he's like, I had my experiences before, but like I finally did it. And like that, I shouldn't have done that. And the guilt, the shame that he feels, also the responsibility he feels for his family. And then him and his mom, like, oh my God. Oh my God.
I was like, she ODing, but like, I get it, but like, no, she ODing.
His mom pissed me off so much, putting all the blame on him for his brother. Oh my God.
It's not you said something to it. You always take it too far.
Louis was doing things morally right either, right? Because like he was a pimp, you know what I mean? He was doing illegal stuff for the most part. So it's like, you can see how if tied into real life, like say you like have a family member or like an older sibling that's like doing gang violence stuff, and then the younger sibling just happens to get shot because like you're involved in that. Like the parent is gonna be so vulnerable. Who are they gonna blame?
Yeah, they got to do it. They got to put it somewhere.
Yeah.
But I'm not saying it was right because I felt it hurt. It hurt when I was like, I'm like, she's so wrong, and I can see why he's crashing out. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, because also it's like, it was after the wedding. They had a good time. They were sitting. And he was like, what were you guys doing up there? We were watching the sunset, Ma. Like, come on. And he was like, no, it had to have been. You had to have said something to him to like make him do that. Like the fact that she was just so locked in that like, oh my God, she was just wanting to blame him so bad. Like, you know, like that affects you too, bro. Oh my God.
Lestat saw that.
He say, yoink, this is perfect opportunity.
This is my moment.
Right? Nasty work. So what do you think about Lestat's character?
Lestat's character I thought was very well done. Like, you could tell he's such an emotional manipulator. He's like, he's ready. He's like, oh, yes, I know I'm the cool new toy to play with. So I know you're so interested in me. Why don't you come? Why don't you come play? Like, learn all these things. You want to see all the new tricks I can do? I can do all these tricks. I can teach you these tricks. You should come to me. And he's just like, bro, chill. Like, fuck off. Like, I need to be in my own shit. So then, like, the second he sees some, like, the cracks in his shell, like, he's like, oh, this is my time to intrude. And I was like, wow, like, it's nice to see, like, evil characters be evil sometimes. Because he's not, you know.
It's almost giving... Because, like, it's campy, right? But it almost feels like theater-y in a way.
For sure.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
He's, like, performing.
It's like... I'm watching Dio or mixed with Maximilian Pegasus happen in real life.
Yes.
Ooh, wow, that's a good combination.
That's off the top of my dome.
Yeah,
look at that! Look at that! No, absolutely. I heavily
Just
agree.
Another night for Louis de Lioncourt.
Oh my God! But yeah, I thought he was a very good actor. He did well performing it, and you know he's so entranced and
so
loves
alluring.
He
just draws you in.
Listen,
he just
man,
talks.
Definitely, I would have got bit.
Yeah,
I don't even like.
I told you.
He's like, I don't even
that's
like
not even
men.
my
I'm in
steez,
it.
but I know I probably would have been finessed by him in some way.
Everybody would have been finessed by him.
Like first bit Louis took the petit coup.
Oh, I was like this nigga.
He like
French is too good.
He bites him, and then they start levitating, and then Louis like holding onto his arms, and eventually Louis just lets go, and they're both just floating.
Yo, I was like, that's crazy.
I was low key crying, laughing. I was like, this is fucking hilarious, but like, it's so dope though. Like, this is a dope scene. Like, they really just went for it. Like in regards to the like the risk the show takes. I'm like, man, it's crazy. And you know, me praising vampire media is not my So that this being my first thing. Where do you expect the show's gonna go from here? I guess. Like, you got any predictions, or you have anything that you want to see happen or play out? Because you're so fresh. The first 2 episodes in, and me and Danny, I finished the first 2 seasons. I went to the Comic-Con panel, and I saw the stuff for the future seasons and the new shows they have coming out. Because they're expanding this like it's the MCU.
It's a whole book series.
Yeah, by Anne Rice.
Yeah.
Okay.
So like Queen of the Damned is part of this universe, and I forgot what other stuff, but they have a lot of things lined up. And Danny has like how many episodes left in season 2? One episode left. So you know, is there anything you are predicting or you want to see happen, or you know, this it's an empty slate, you know what I mean, for you right now?
I mean, I'm definitely interested to seeing the development of, because clearly he's not with Lestat anymore. So it's like, okay, how do we get there? He definitely, like, you know, learned for himself. How did that develop? How did that change? And then also, I know, like, the young girl comes in, like, I've been seeing all the promos with her, and it's like, how does she fall into, like, their dynamic? So I'm excited to see that. And just, like, I want to see how he goes from, like, little fledgling into actually, you know, developing his powers, taking things for himself, becoming more independent. And then I know that there's going to be, like, a ridiculous fallout when he wants to, you know, finally step aside and be by himself for a while. And Lestat's like, bitch, I'm not letting you go. Like, clearly that's going to be some kind of interaction that happens. Yeah. He's going to be like, what do you mean? I made you to be with me forever. He's going to be like, well, my. So, and just like that. So I'm looking forward to that.
Okay. What'd you think about, like, I guess, the interviewing aspect of the series, kind of the back and forth?
Journalist Daniel Malloy.
Yeah. I definitely thought about you when you said, like, he really don't be letting shit slide. Like, when he was sitting there, so did you eat the baby? Like, asked him 4 times, did you eat the baby? Did you eat the baby?
Bro, keep changing the subject.
Yeah, he's like, bro, so do you want to see this guy over here? Look, I brought you some pig. I got a dessert. Did you eat the baby? Like, he's just not letting him hold it. I was like, okay, this is...
Like, answer the question, Louis.
He's basically us, the audience. You know what I mean? Like, we're over here like, why you trying to skim over that?
Yeah. It's like,
he just don't sugarcoat it too. He just tells you right to your face.
Yeah, he's like, so you're gonna run it back and tell
himself.
me?
I'm like, yo, you could die right now, brother.
Like, he already, and that's the thing, right? Because
he's
Daniel Malloy interviewed him before back in San Francisco, like 50 60 years ago.
Yeah.
Right. And do you know why that interview? I don't want to spoil anything. Do you know why that interview stopped?
No, but he, in the beginning, the first episode, he played the thing, and he got basically like pissed.
Yeah, he be testing his nerves.
Yeah.
Low-key dickhead.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you could tell.
Honestly, I see a lot of you in him.
Thanks, man.
Got the same hair, kind of. All the hairstyle going on.
The curls.
And then what?
The glasses.
Yeah.
The attitude.
The attitude.
The attitude.
It was like you wanted us to get to it. We was waiting.
Listen.
All right. I mean, what do you think this your future rating of this first season is going to end up being?
I don't know.
Based on these first 2 episodes.
Very high. I think it's gonna be high. Just because I'm already loving it so far, and like I haven't consumed vampire media in a very long time. But like I said, back in the day, me and Danny, we were both like heavily obsessed with it. You know, this stuff, Vampire Diaries, True Blood, Twilight, so much. So,
and this isn't a very action heavy show whatsoever.
It's dialogue.
It's all monologues.
It doesn't feel like it though, because
it goes by so fast.
Because the tea is so hot. You're just like,
the tea just gets hotter.
And the acting all around.
They going for it.
They draw you in.
What do you think about Jacob Anderson? I guess seeing him as not Grey Worm.
Yeah.
I know. It was nice to see him talk. First off,
he's got a good voice. He's got a great narrative voice.
He does. He does.
Range, man.
He does. He has a great range, and it's cool to see him. Like, one, he's a gay dude in this one. Two, he's playing like a person that's like not only now, in present times, but also like how he was back then. Yeah. And dealing with that.
Balancing so many different not ideals, but just character traits for one person. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Yeah. So all at once, just
definitely the role of a lifetime, honestly.
Yeah.
Like
huge.
this is gonna. He was just Grey Worm from Game of Thrones. Maybe he did some other roles, but like a role like this, a role like Louis de Pont-du-Lac, that's gonna take him, especially because they are doing more series in the universe. Like this is gonna open a lot of doors for him, and don't be surprised if you're gonna start seeing him in more thriller roles and things like that.
Yeah.
I hope so, because he's doing a great job so far.
And I know the fans. Listen, the fans have showed up for every clip we've put out. Where me watching it first, and then the clips that we put out are for Danny, so they're probably going to show out for this. They love this shit.
Yeah, I see the fan base showing up on my
the Fang Gang.
The Fang Gang was crazy. I think that's what's also alluring to me to want to stick around for the rest of this universe. Yeah, is because the fan base, I see the same loyalty that I see in like the One Piece fan base with this. Yeah, you know what I mean. Knowing that like there's book content that people are like excited for how any way it gets adapted, and they just want other people to appreciate it because it doesn't get nominated for anything besides like costuming stuff. I think nobody really talks about it. Like it feels like something that belongs, like I think, to the public within just the vampire media sub base, but like it's really just good television.
It's great. I very much enjoy every single episode. I'm drawn in, and there are moments that I can't wait, Kimmy. I can't wait for you to like just keep watching it because it's so grand in what it does. The show, the acting, the performances, the sets.
I'm excited.
It's just such very.
And you want the stakes to get higher. You're like sitting. You're like watching. You're like, I can't wait to see what happens next.
Yes,
I can't wait to see how much more ridiculous and bombastic this gets, because even with all the bombasticness, the characters still stay so human. Like they still stay grounded. I'm like, yeah, that's probably how somebody would react.
Yeah.
Vampire media never gets old.
I love it.
I don't know about that, but
it never gets old.
Also, shout out to the fact that I just realized all three of those items were all like gay media. So I'm really happy that like more BL popular things are happening and showing up and becoming more popular in mainstream media. So shout out to that.